Hey everybody, it's Eri from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and I'm going to warn you, this is a deep dive. My second warning is, for those of you who haven't been through a bear market, deep dives are essential. This is a beautiful Hudson hood ornament. And what does it have to do with crypto? Everything. It adorned the Metropolitan, a car that was a product of the Nash and Hudson merger in 1954. It later went on to form AMC, or the American Motors Corporation. My father called me this morning, as he usually does, but this time he asked me how I was feeling about the market. At age 84, he reminded me, as he always does, markets are driven by two things, and two things only: fear and greed. He also reminded me that in business, and especially in times of monumental change, companies that rode a wave during good times get shaken out. So if my Rambler story didn't make it clear, let me just say it straight. In this blockchain space, many digital assets are going to form alliances, merge, collaborate, share engineers. They'll share secrets, they'll get acquired. They'll also share human resources, but most of them, and that's my opinion, and I don't think a lot of people would argue, are going to disappear. I mean, no more funding rounds, no more sales, just gone. The purpose of this deep dive is to look at SBI Japan. They are the largest outside shareholder of Ripple, the company, and they use the digital asset XRP in many different ways. We'll particularly look at the use case of SBI Africa. It was announced yesterday that they are going to use not only XRP for payments, but also Bitcoin. So why do we pay attention to SBI? Because no other company, not even Ripple, uses the digital asset XRP in more ways. I'm talking about trading XRP, lending XRP, crypto asset fund fully backed by XRP, salaries paid in XRP, shareholder benefits in XRP, incentives in the form of XRP for numerous financial services, from new users of the SBI security site to the credit card holders, with a collaboration with Sumitomo Bank. Today's video, as I said, is about the use of payments in the ecosystem of SBI Africa. SBI is global. As you can see on this map, they've made a cumulative number of investments totaling 1,053 as of just a couple of months ago. They have made those investments 847 domestically and 206 overseas. The cumulative total number of exits they've had are 180. In terms of IPOs, 103 domestically, mergers and acquisitions 17 domestically, and overseas 33 IPOs and 27 M&As. They have become one of the most successful and most powerful companies in the blockchain space because of synergy. If I can tell it to you once, I'll tell it to you 100 times. The total core basis of the way that Mr. Kitao, the CEO, builds out his company's focus and vision is through synergy. I'll explain it in more detail. XRP is in an ecosystem of synergy. In the case of SBI Africa, it starts with SBI solving a problem, a real world problem, and that is the problem that Uber drivers have in Africa, which have no bank accounts, they need financing, they need this micro lending in order to be able to do their job. So when you have this synergy, it involves everything from the start of the Japanese car owner who takes it to the secondary market dealers and then incorporate trade finance, followed by African car dealers. Then you are creating African jobs. You have the car parts manufacturers. you have the car inspections, you have the consulting services for all the tax documents and bill of ladings, and then it comes directly to the core of the business of SBI, which is finance. And they provide this microfinance to people who sometimes don't even have a bank account. And now XRP is being tied in to that ecosystem. So this is just one example of many of how XRP is part of solving a real problem. I hope you're thinking, just how many countries has SBI Africa, with their company SBI Motor Japan, been able to make inroads into? Well, you can see Tanzania, Kenya, Zambia, Mozambique, Congo, Uganda, South Sudan, Zimbabwe, Oceania, the Caribbeans, the Bahamas, Lesotho, Burundi, Malawi, and Pakistan. And the list is still growing. If you're not familiar with the country Lesotho, which I was not, it sits inside South Africa. You can see it right here. It has a population of about 2 million people. And take a look at what it looks like. It's the coldest country in Africa. And between June to August, there is winter. And May and September also feel like winter. I saw some really fun pictures on Twitter today with some snowboarders. The conditions looked perfect. And who would be making that all happen? It would be this gentleman here, Mr. Tomoya Kitagawa. And he's also supported by a large staff in Tokyo. And here I'm on the SBI Africa Recruit site, which is showing the reasons why you would want to come work for SBI. You can see the Roppongi Grand Tower entrance that's in Ark Hills. It's part of the Izumi Garden Tower, which is the same building that Mr. Kitao has his office in. And I really like this interior shot. They're promoting the fact that they have a lunchbox sales service that you can enjoy, or just access many of the restaurants on a daily basis that are in the neighborhood. Yeah, I am very familiar with this building and with this neighborhood. It is a very nice part of Tokyo. If you're curious what a web engineer would make for SBI Africa, here is a current advertisement for a position. It is for the cross-border e-commerce site. That is specifically what's being used for the XRP as a payment. And it is offering a $26,000 annual salary. Now, you have to understand there's a lot of other benefits that come with it, but for your basic annual salary, that is what's being offered. If you're curious for the pricing on the cars, you can go to Instagram. It is at instagram.com/SBI Motor Japan, and you can look through the inventory. It is current, it's up to date. There are a lot of brand new listings. This is an SBI Motor Japan container unloading cars in Tanzania. This is a real business with real people that has a system that is built allowing the use of the digital asset XRP and Bitcoin for payment with the SBI Motor Japan in their exported used vehicles. You can see the schematic here. This was taken from an SBI quarterly presentation. And mark your calendar for May 27th. That is the next SBI quarterly presentation. These are multiple business units built on synergy with traditional models, but tied directly into finance. The grand vision of Mr. Yoshitaka Kitao. Do the digital assets you hold solve a real problem? And are they connected to an ecosystem in which a variety of members are connected, whereby mutual evolution takes place versus a single economic entity? There is a reason why SBI in this 95-page investor relations deck has the word synergy 21 times. Thanks for hanging in there for this deep dive. Do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.